How goes it, everybody? Fucking title show number 4. JuvyThaKid here. I am doing the show by myself today. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to recap UFC 199 a little bit and talk about some of the stuff that kind of happened at the press conference and everything as well. Great night of fights. Like on the prelims were great. I think every fight got finished. The ones that I saw, at least, they all got finished. The main card was pretty much right on all my picks, and it was a dope night from beginning to end either way. So Dustin Poirier, he fought Bobby Green, KO'd him round 1. It was a great one. I caught him with a punch and dropped him. He had him rocked and dropped him in the early parts of the round 2. It only went one round anyway. But yeah, in the beginning of the round, he had caught him and dropped him, so it was actually really dope. That was his I think his first fight at 155. Yeah, he looks a lot better at 155 for sure. So I think he should stay there and see how it goes. He seems to have more power and more energy. Dan Henderson and Hector Lombard. This was great. Classic Dan Henderson fight too, honestly. He had Lombard wobbled and everything in the beginning, and when he's rushing in, Lombard rocked him, had him in trouble on the ground. And then in the second round, he throws a head kick and kind of catches him, but Lombard catches the leg, and he throws a right hand, just misses, and then just rips a elbow backwards, puts him to sleep. Lands 2 more elbows when he's on the ground. Ref stops it. And honestly, it was the longest I ever saw somebody out for. Like, I thought he might be dead. It was intense. But Dan Henderson announced that he may retire. That might be his last fight. And honestly, if it is, like, fuck, he was on a 3-fight win streak. And the way he finished Lombard, it would be just a classic way to end his career, for sure. Holloway versus Ricardo Lamas. Holloway got it by unanimous decision. It was a pretty good fight. Mostly, I think they kept it on the feet the entire time, as far as I remember. Last 30 seconds, I think it was, or it was last 10 seconds, whatever. They just stood in the middle and just swung for each other, just trying to put each other to sleep. It was great. But yeah. Oh yeah, so Henderson, round 2 knockout. Holloway, unanimous decision. Dominic Cruz and Uriah Faber 3. Fucking the best performance we've seen of Dominic Cruz's career. The first round, it was kind of looking like, the second fight did, or between him and Uriah. And, there was a bit of wrestling, and Uriah was getting a lot of the better of the scrambles. He was getting out of things. And after that, it was pretty much Dominic Cruz's fight. He dropped him in the second round. I believe he rocked him and dropped him in the 4th or 5th round too. But yeah, Cruz took that by unanimous decision. And Uriah Faber also announced that he may be retiring too. But him and Dan Henderson both said that they're going to take time and just kind of figure out what they want to do. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But Cruz retains the title. Rockhold and Bisping too. I had said that I wanted Bisping to win, but I think Rockhold might take it. And honestly, Bisping, round 1, KO. He is the middleweight champion, the first UFC champion from England. Like, it was great. From watching him, the Ultimate Fighter 3, like the season 3, and then to now, he finally gets his title shot. He gets it on short notice, 2 weeks camp. He comes out, finishes him round 1, like knocks him out. It was awesome. Luke Rockhold kind of came in. He kept dropping his right hand a little bit, and Bisping caught him with a left hook right on the chin, wobbled him and dropped him, and then just followed up. They clinched a little bit. Bisping caught him with another left hand to drop him, and then he just caught him with 3 punches while he was down, and that was it. And fuck, it was amazing. The whole fight card was great. This fight in particular, because of Michael Bisping, a lot of people were rooting for him, but a lot of people they weren't sure if he was going to be able to do it. and he fucking pulled it off, so it was awesome. And oh yeah, in the middle of it, they dropped the commercial for UFC 200, and they announced that Brock Lesnar is going to be coming back for UFC 200. He's fought in the UFC before, in case some people don't know. He's fought in Frank Mir, Heath Herring, Randy Couture, Cain Velasquez, Alistair Overeem. So he's got a couple fights. Oh, he's fought Shane Carwin as well. So yeah, they don't have an opponent announced yet, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of days, I suppose. But with that, I guess I'll go into one of the biggest controversy of the night as well. When they had announced that, a lot of MMA, mixed martial arts journalists and other media had tweeted out and everything that Brock Lesnar was coming back. Ariel Helwani, who is by far probably the most popular or well-known mixed martial arts journalist, he's a fan favorite. Well, some people, they like him or they hate him. I'm a fan of him for sure. He used to work for the UFC. They let him go of his position recently. No one really kind of knows why. Like, I don't know. It was just kind of it happened randomly. And then, yeah, he tweeted out that Brock Lesnar was coming back. And apparently he got escorted out, and two of his other colleagues got escorted out of the building and then banned for life from UFC events before the main event even happened. That's pretty fucked up. And it's allegedly about the Brock Lesnar story. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I'm not in the company, but if that's what it is, like, ESPN reported it as well. Like, everybody was reporting it. I don't know why you target just Ariel Helwani and these two other people unless you have like a problem with them specifically. It's kind of some shady shit on that side, I suppose. They also announced Diaz versus McGregor 2 for UFC 202. Yeah, I'm not that excited for this fight, to be honest. I don't know. It's one of those things, he tried, it didn't work out. I think he should go back down to his weight class and fight, the challengers for the belt. But apparently McGregor was the one pushing for this fight, so we'll see if he can actually pull it off this time. Dan Henderson, his nickname is Hendo, and Bisping earned $50,000 performance bonuses, rightfully so. And during like the post-fight press conference, Bisping and Rockhold just kept talking shit. Luke wants to come back and fight him, and honestly, they probably will do it because it's 1-for-1, each guy having a victory. But Rockhold wants it bad. He said if they give him the chance, he'll come back and he will kill Michael Bisping. Obviously not literally, but you guys know what he means. He's a passionate dude. He just lost the belt and everything, so he wants the rematch really, really bad. But yeah, on a funnier note, fucking Nate Diaz posted a video of him giving Dana White a Stockton slap. It was kind of funny. Obviously, it was done out of like jest and like having fun and everything like that. But I don't know. Some people might look at it and fucking see like try to like make it a serious thing or whatever. Who knows? A lot of people kind of do that these days, blow it out of proportion or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking get it, but what can you do, right? So yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, some people have asked me kind of like, what is like the fuck a title show and everything like that. It's just like it's like a podcast kind of thing where I can just like talk about whatever, just throw everything out and just kind of like have fun, see where conversation goes or whatever have you, you know what I mean? There's not really a format to it. As I go along, maybe I'll figure out a format, but other than that, it's just kind of click record and start talking, see where it all goes. Yeah, one thing I saw today on the news, apparently, sorry to be the heavy news guy right now, but I guess, apparently as of Monday, so tomorrow, assisted dying, which is like when you can't, like, when you feel you can't go on anymore, you get someone to kind of like help you pass on. Apparently, that's going to be legal in Canada as of tomorrow. It's a big debate. Like, obviously, some people are for it, some people are against it. I get it. I think it's all on the person, and it's really like situational. You know what I mean? It all depends on like what that person's going through. Are they terminally ill? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's too many variables in like the situation as a whole to really put like a concrete opinion on it for me, because I can see too many sides like of it to really just be like, oh no, this is like wrong, or no, it's right, or whatever. You know, it all depends on the person. All depends on like what's going on. I don't agree with suicide. Don't get that twisted. Like, I'm not saying like suicide is good or like suicide should be condoned or whatever. But with this, it's obviously different. It's going to be like under like some medical supervision, I imagine. And it's going to be like for like certain situations. Like, I'm sure like you can't just walk in when you're 16 and having a bad like time at high school for a little bit, and like a doctor's gonna do that. It doesn't work like that. I'm fucking hoping that that's not how it works anyway. Jesus Christ. Ah, no bueno, no bueno. Random, but rest in peace to Muhammad Ali, 100%. That's fucking sucks, because almost feels like he was like a superhero in a sense. Didn't just, I don't know. Dude seemed like he was like never gonna die. But he was a heavyweight champ. Did so much more for like boxing and for like communities and everything like that. So what can you do? Oh, what is this? I open up the news thing on the laptop so I can go through as I'm talking and kind of find a couple things. Of course, I see another thing that's being blown out of proportion. Okay, so X-Men Apocalypse, the new X-Men movie that just came out. Jennifer Lawrence plays Mystique. And I guess there's people who are... It has sparked an outrage in, because it says only the strong will survive, and it shows the villain, Apocalypse, having her, like... But it, not in a chokehold, but like having her by, like picked up by the throat kind of thing. And what are people saying? Oh, we got some tweets. Let's see what the people are saying. Okay. So, the article says, while the poster has not put viewers off to go to... Take two! While the poster has not put viewers off going to see the movie, it is at the top of the UK box office for its second week. Many have criticized its disturbing and gratuitous, in quotations, focus on violence against a woman, with one billboard in New York covered with sticky notes reading, "This violence in my kid's face is not okay." Well, that's a bit ridiculous. It's X-Men. Like, for sure, calm down on that. I'm not going to say the people's names, or at least their Twitter names. I'll just say, like, the one part of the name. So, Paul... Why is it that the main drawing point for the new X-Men movie is Apocalypse choking Mystique? Like, it was seriously on a billboard. Well, it's probably at a pivotal point in the movie. She's like the main heroine of the movie, and he's like the most powerful villain that they're facing. So I totally understand why they would do that. I don't think that's like the main drawing point where it's just him choking her. I think you're taking the poster at face value or whatever, and then fucking just kind of basing the whole movie off one poster. So, Paul, I don't know, buddy. You gotta calm down. Maybe, you need some company? I'm not saying me, but maybe you just gotta get out of the house a little bit more, man. Experience life, and who knows? Maybe Mystique liked being choked. You guys don't know. Maybe it was like half scary because she was about to like die, and it was half like, well, this is kind of getting me a little moist. Who knows? You guys don't. Neither do I, but maybe I do. Alan, this X-Men Apocalypse billboard of Oscar Isaac choking Jennifer Lawrence is a pleasant backdrop for date night. I agree, Alan. I'm sure you were being sarcastic, but I agree. Because Apocalypse is a amazing villain in the X-Men universe. Mystique as a character is really dope. I don't really like Jennifer Lawrence as her. But yeah, it'd kind of be the same thing if I was on a date night and I saw like the Batman and Superman poster behind me. I'd be like, "Oh shit, check this out." It'd be the exact same thing for me. It's like it's a comic book movie, and if I don't know if you guys don't like it, just chill out, I guess. And Alan, if you're going on a date night where you have a poster like right behind you or something, you should probably pick better places to like take your ladies. I'm just saying. Maybe you're not picking the best fucking places. Like, where are you? At a McDonald's, like, picnic table on the outside of the restaurant? Where you gotta, like, keep shooing off wasps and be careful of seagulls that steal your fucking fries? Like, what are you doing, bud? Get your shit together, Alan. Come on. Alicia, I really hate the marketing for X-Men Apocalypse is focused. Oh, I really hate that the marketing for X-Men Apocalypse is focused entirely around the shot of Apocalypse choking Mystique. Ah, well, like I already said, it's a pivotal point in the movie, I'm sure, in the story and everything, so it's like a whole thing. Somebody else did a whole, like, blog about it, apparently, saying how he had gotten a text from a friend that his daughter had said this. I don't know. I don't really read into those because I'm just like, all right, like, oh, my bad. It wasn't a guy who wrote it. It was a lady named Laura. So I apologize for that, Laura, but I cannot read this entire thing. I don't know. I'm sure it has nothing to do with domestic violence whatsoever. And sometimes, like, when people post stuff like that on Facebook, you gotta just kind of like, you can't believe everything you read. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like, oh, well, I have a friend who has a friend whose kid told him this, or what, you know, that's just where it gets like the whole, well, I know a friend of a friend of a friend that knows a freaky story. You know what I mean? Al. Another Al. I like the new X-Men Apocalypse or X-Men poster with Apocalypse and Mystique. Those who don't like it need to get a life. Feminists, get another hobby. Alright, well, I'm sure, like, I know what he's saying, but for sure, calm down. Like, I don't know. I think, like, feminists catch a lot of heat just because I think a lot of them, especially the ones that are on social media and stuff, kind of, like, push the limits with the comments that they write. Because it's the anonymous factor of it all, the anonymity of it. So, I don't know, just fucking don't attack them, and if they try and like drag you into some negativity, just block them. That's the amazing feature that we have. It's one of those things, like if you say some over the line shit though about women and stuff, you may bring certain things upon yourself, and you have no one to blame but yourself. Because maybe you're just a dick. And if you're one of those people, you gotta change your fucking life up. You guys know how it goes. What's going on in the world of tech? I'm always interested by artificial intelligence and everything, and ever since I saw the Matrix movies, I've always been waiting for like a breakthrough of that. I know Elon Musk kind of said like he believes we're in this like very advanced simulation or virtual reality game for like some other civilization, and who knows, maybe we are. Like none of us really know for sure what's going on in this world and like our universe. We all have our ideas and our, you know, certain outlets that we'll latch on to, and some people obviously latch onto it a little bit more than some people and take things to extremes, but you know, we all have our ideas and our, you know, kind of theories about what might be going on and everything. But none of us know 100% like what is happening with us. Apparently there's new tricks for Netflix. I don't know. Just go on Netflix, see what's on the kung fu movies. Oh, which by the way, just fucking watched a really badass movie starring Donnie Yen. If you guys don't know who that is, he was in the Ip Man movies. He played Ip Man. He was also in Highlander Endgame, if you guys are familiar with the Highlander movies. But yeah, he's one of my favorite martial arts actors. Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa is fucking dope with his Muay Thai and doing a lot of his stunts himself. Crazy bastard. But yeah, the movie is Kung Fu Killer. It's on Netflix. It's this dude is born with his one leg. This isn't all right. Well, some spoilers. I'm not going to tell you everything that happens. But this one dude, he's got something wrong with his leg. I won't tell you all of it. But he kind of like still ends up training himself in like all these crazy disciplines, and he wants to be like the #1 martial artist. So he goes around looking for the like masters of certain disciplines, and then he challenges them in those to like see if he can beat them and everything. And Donnie Yen's character, he's like has a reputation for being the best and everything, so he's kind of trying to help the cops catch him like before he kills a lot, like too many people, and you know, before maybe he hurts somebody else. But yeah, it was a dope movie. Fucking really, really good fight scenes. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of kung fu movies. I love a lot of the newer ones that have come out recently, just because, like, I don't know, they have like the element of like the kind of crouching tiger, hidden dragon, where it almost seems like the guys are floating, but they kind of like made it more modern with the times, where like the guys are actually still doing kind of like a street fight in a way. It's like a mix of like kung fu and street fighting now, or like mixed martial arts, whatever you want to say. Not to say that mixed martial arts and street fighting are the same, because I definitely don't think that, and I don't think like street fighting or anything is fucking smart at all. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying though. God, rambling and shit. I understand if this one is not the buenoest, but hey, what can you do? Sometimes you gotta do shit on your own, and you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta go with them, you know what I'm saying? My little Piccadillys, my little petunias. Yeah. Fake ISIS apps spreading malware. Well, I don't know, for sure don't download an ISIS app. Like, hey, guys, dude, do you know where Angry Birds is? I can't find it in the charts for some reason. I don't know, but I got this ISIS app. You want it? I'll find it for you. Yeah, I guess. Just let me know where to get it. Like, who does what? I don't know. I think ISIS is like just the problem with it is like they're not that smart. Like tons of people have gone out and said that, you know, they are the kind of, in a way, an organization that if they have like martyrs and everything, then they are required to pay the martyr's family to like help support them and everything like that. So they're actually losing like a lot of their money. From what I've seen quickly on the news, I believe I've seen that they're being suppressed in a lot of areas and they're being pushed back. If that's the case, I really hope that is, because like, I don't know, let's just get, I don't know, get rid of them, or figure out a way that like we can just have everybody fucking peaceful. Like, I don't know, like, I don't, everybody wants like all this area for themselves, or like all this land. It's like, hey, like, it's not going to benefit you that much, guys. It's kind of, you have the same terrain everywhere you are, you know what I mean? I don't mean like around the world, but like in their area kind of thing. It's like, you know, just fucking figure it out. I don't know. I think people fight over too many stupid shit. Oh, this land is mine, or that land is mine, and like fucking just someone looked at me wrong, I'm gonna go punch him in the mouth. Like, well, all right, well, good. Let me know how that goes for you. I guess, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people nowadays, I guess it's always been around, but like the whole ego thing and just fucking someone looks at you wrong or so weird, and like you think that's a reason to go and fight them. Like, just fucking, you guys need to fucking relax. Like, nothing, you don't gain anything as a person from fighting somebody, and like if you quote unquote win, like, what do you really win of the fight? You know what I mean? I guess, well, obviously, if it turns out he has a knife on him or some shit, then hey, you won. Like, you got your life back, or you got your life safe away from them. So, fucking kudos to you if that's a. But obviously, if that's, like, if you can't get away from it, then you gotta fight. You gotta do what you can about, like, the situation and get yourself out. What's going on with Mrs. Rowling? 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 Ah, I'm so Canadian, I'm sorry. J.K. Rowling attacks Black Hermione racists. What? What's happening? Author J.K. Rowling has described people who criticized the casting of a black actress as Hermione in the new Harry Potter play as a bunch of racists. Well, I think it's a little weird, obviously, and there's going to be a bit of an outcry just because um, Emma Watson. Was her name Emma Watson? I'm sure I'll find it in this article. But I think it's just like a lot of things. It's weird just because it goes from being like, the white girl, white English girl, to being like now she's black. Obviously, still English. But like, I don't know. I think it's just a big change. So people are freaking out. And like, they're fans of the books or whatever. So that's how they see that character. So what is this? Is this like a play, or is this like a new movie? Um, Let me see. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child begins previewing at London's Palace Theatre on Tuesday. The two-part production, okay, so it is a play, written by Jack Thorne, is eagerly anticipated and expected to be one of the year's biggest stage successes. That would probably be really cool to see on stage if they do it right. The way I believe I've seen it in the excuse-moi, Princess Alexandria Theater in Toronto. The way they did Lion King was really, really, really dope. So if they do it right on stage, I think that could be a really dope production. Oh, okay. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is the 8th story in the series and the first official story of the franchise to be presented on stage. See, I remember like the first 4 books, so I didn't even know that this was the 8th book. So I'm sure when I first mentioned what that is, like, or what is it, so many people were like, how do you not know, man? Come on. Well, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry that I let you down. I didn't mean to do that. It's too late to apologize. Ryan Nerland commented on my Instagram, "You, sir, are the silliest of silly bitches." Well, I might be. I might be. Sometimes you just gotta be a silly bitch. You just gotta wake up and be like, yeah, you are a silly bitch. So let's go and fucking make some people smile with our silly bitchery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh. Human transplant organs. Scientists grow human organs for transplant inside pigs. So they're growing human organs inside of pigs now. Let's read this. Scientists in the United States are trying to grow human organs inside of pigs. They have injected human stem cells into pig embryos to produce human pig embryos known as chimeras. Chimeras. The embryos are part of research aimed at overcoming the worldwide shortage of transplant organs. The team from University of California, Davis, says they should look and behave like normal pigs, except that one organ will be composed of human cells. The human pig chimeric embryos are being allowed to develop in the sows for 28 days before the pregnancies are terminated and the tissue is removed for analysis. What the fuck kind of world are we living in, people? We're fucking growing organs inside of pigs. Oh my god. Pablo Ross, a reproductive biologist who's leading the research, told me, "Our hope is that this pig embryo will develop normally, but the pancreas will be made almost exclusively of human cells and could be compatible with a patient for transplantation." Oh my god. Pablo Ross says this is unlikely, but is the main concern is that the human cells might migrate to the developing pig's brain and make it in some way more human. That's terrifying. Oh my god. We got fucking pig human hybrids just walking around oinking and screaming at everybody. They say that Pablo Ross says this is unlikely, but is a key reason why the research is proceeding with such caution. We think there is a very low potential for a human brain to grow, but this is something we'll be investigating. Okay. How about we just don't do it? I don't know. Can we just not grow them in pigs? Like, is there any way we could, like, grow them in a petri dish or a fucking test tube like we do with, like, other babies? God, what the fuck, people? Oh, okay. The other day I was watching ABCs of Death 2 on Netflix, and one of them, they fucking put a human brain. I'm not gonna spoil it so you guys don't know which one, but they put a human brain inside of I'm pretty sure it was a chimpanzee. They put it inside of the chimpanzee's head, removed the chimpanzee's brain, and put the human brain inside the skull. It opened its eyes and everything, and I was terrified. And I see this today about pigs. Like, what? It's not going to be the planet of the apes. It's going to be the planet of the animals, people. Do you understand what we're facing? I wonder if I sound like just like a crazy animal, like, fucking paranoid version of, like, that Alex Ross guy. What we have here, people, is they are growing organs inside of pigs. You understand what I'm saying? The government is coming in, and we're doing this. Sip of the coffee, real quick. Had a bit of a dry throat there. So, I'm gonna go one more fucking thing, and then I'm out of here. If I have any people out there near Australia or New Zealand, please stay out of the goddamn waters. Australia surfer dies after shark attack, and apparently it was the second one in 1 week. Something's going on with the sharks, alright? They figured out that we fear them, and we don't want to be eaten, so they are going to fuck with us. All my Australian and New Zealand people, if any of you hear this, please stay out of the fucking water. Or if you see sharks, obviously stay out of the water. If you don't see a shark, just stay in shallow water and keep your eyes peeled. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the next Jaws victim. I don't want to have to read about somebody on this website. Oh, by the way, this pig article is found on bbc.com/news/health. And so was the J.K. Rowling one. I just want to be able to cite this so you guys so I can give the proper credit where it's due. So the J.K. Rowling one, the pig one, and that was it. So those two were from BBC News. Thank you, BBC. BBC. Okay, I'm gonna get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. We shall see where it all goes. We take it one day at a time with our lives and with this channel. And all you can do is put as much energy, like positive energy, towards yourself and towards others as you can. Support the people that you can. If you have a friend who's really into dance but they're not too sure, maybe look up some dance studios that are doing like a free class or something and see if they want to check it out. Or if you have somebody who does artwork and they're kind of, not feeling too inspired, maybe try and help them out of that hump. You know what I mean? Just put as much positive energy towards everyone as you can, and then during the day, make sure you're telling yourself that you are beautiful for your own reasons like everyone else. You're unique because you are yourself. And you can honestly fucking do whatever you want in this world. Like, you can achieve whatever you want. So, just remember, like, love yourself, put positive energy towards yourself, and make sure you're putting it out towards others. Just don't do it half-assedly. go for it and fucking bring the positive vibes and the fucking happiness and joy in your life and bring it to other people's lives. Quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, you know what's going on. Juvie the Kid. For the love of everyone, we gotta keep being weird.